Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to talk about something that really not a lot of people talk about these days. There's a few people, I watch some of their channels and whatnot. But the topic for me today will be about being grateful. Now, I know a lot of people go through all kinds of difficulties in this world, and some people don't have enough to eat. Some people don't have a place to sleep, stay in shelter, stay warm in the winter time, things like that. I totally get that. Now, this won't apply so much to those people, because it's kind of a difficult situation to be in. But what I would say is, no matter what situation you're in, wherever you are in the world, some places are worse than others, but overall, I think we have to tend to be more grateful for what we have. Now, I don't mean to come off as somebody who's has everything, has all the answers, and not at all. Simply this video, I'm going to just talk about why it's important to be grateful, how we can get back to being that way. I'll give you some examples too. Now, I'm very grateful for the fact that I live in this beautiful city here. Despite all of its flaws and difficulties and things like that, as you can see in the background, okay? But I am very grateful for that. I'm grateful for everything that I have. I'm grateful specifically for the health. The health is pretty much everything. And I think being grateful in life tends to send off positive vibes, positive energies, in my opinion. This is all my opinion, okay? And I think we're getting away from that as a society, as a world. Doesn't matter which country you're from, in general. And when you're not grateful, you kind of have this chip on your shoulder. Not everybody, but a lot of people. They tend to want more and more and more. By the way, I'm sorry for the noise. I'm on a busy street here, but I wanted to get the beautiful view behind me. So I can at least speak for this country where I'm at, in Brazil. A lot of people, they work hard and they work jobs they don't get paid well enough. Okay, I understand that. The wage here is really low. But when it comes to being grateful, I still feel that a lot of these people are like, oh, I should have more money, I should have more of this, I have more of this. Okay, there's nothing wrong with ambition and wanting to have more in life, okay? Not at all. But when you're miserable and you're unhappy with whatever job you're doing and you project that onto other people, that is a sign of not being grateful. Okay? When you're not grateful, you're not gonna be happy, which I talk about quite a bit on my channel, is about happiness. I'm all about happiness. Okay? I feel that being grateful for whatever you have in life, you tend to be happier, and that's my point of view. I mean, I'm going based on, my whole life I was not like, oh, thankfully I have this, and that's my fault. I should have learned this many years ago. Okay, I'm glad I learned it the last 4 or 5 years. And I find when you're grateful, even if you don't have much, you tend to be much happier. I'm super happy, and I feel blessed, for everything that I have, and it tends to make me feel happy on a daily basis. So for me, it's very important. If you're more gracious, even if, I'm minimalist as well, so I don't need a lot of things, I don't have a lot of things, but for what I do have, I'm extremely grateful for it. Extremely grateful. And I don't know I'm not sure if I believe in God, but I do believe there is a good force in this world, in the universe, okay? And when I'm grateful in general and give thanks whether that's meditating or whatever, or just praying, whatever way you want to do the best. Okay, I feel a lot like illuminated, a little bit more illuminated, a lot happier. So this is just my belief, guys. I just wanted to say how important it was to be gracious and grateful. The word of the day, grateful. But I see a lot of people here who are not grateful for what they have. And you know what's funny is the more people that are the least grateful here that I've gathered are the ones who have the money, who have a beautiful apartment here in this neighborhood, which I'm in more upper class neighborhood. This is the neighborhood called Hoboken. It's still one of the more expensive neighborhoods. And I just gathered that there's so many people who are unhappy, and that's possibly because they're not grateful. There's a homeless guy trying to cross the street. So I'm quite sure that even this homeless guy, even though he's probably got a lot of issues, might even be happier than a lot of these people here. I just have been here so long, and I've been here many times, that I see people who are just unhappy, and they have everything. He made it. Conseguiu? Tem nada não, amigo. Boa sorte. He's asking me, saying, this guy's smiling his ass off. So, I mean, he asked for some change, and I simply replied no, and he still was smiling. I'm not saying everybody's like that here, but I gather from my experience living in this, and I live in another neighborhood in this part of the city, and people are just they just seem miserable walking down the street. A lot of them are older people too, and they've got money, and they must have worked hard all their life or whatever. So again, comes from being grateful. If you're grateful honestly in your heart and in your mind and soul and whatever, you're going to feel, and you might even get it back in retribution. You know, like you give back, you get back. Being grateful for whatever you have, you give something to help out. If I had change, I would have given to this guy. I don't really walk around with that much money, but I totally would have helped out. So this just goes to show you how important it is to be grateful in life. I'm super grateful. I mean, I'm more grateful than I ever was in my life. You know, I'm in this beautiful city. The sun is shining. The sun pretty much shines here practically the whole year. There's some rainy times of the year, but even in their winter time here, it's unbelievable, and I'm grateful for that. The warmth, and you know, the beaches here. There's still quite a few friendly people here. I'm grateful for everything that I have. You know, I still work to get into a better place in life, but I really don't need a ton of stuff. I really don't. You know, so I just would say we need to be more grateful for what we do have, and keep that in mind, because a lot of people don't have what we have. You know, the bare minimum some people even have. There's a lot of poverty in this country, in this city, but I still see that the people who live in the smaller neighborhoods, the not so rich neighborhoods, are still a little bit happier. That's just from my experience, and I'm sure they're probably grateful, quite a few of them, you know. So how can you be more grateful? You just have to simply put in your mind that the universe or God or whatever is helping you, because you're giving off positive energy. I believe giving off positive energy you will get back in spades. And I think being grateful is a very strong positive energy. So I will have more videos about being grateful. I just wanted to throw that out there because I haven't done a video in maybe like 6 days or whatever. So I'm going to talk more about this in the future. My face is burning because the sun is really hot today. So I really appreciate and I'm grateful for you guys watching my video. If you really want to hear me talk about more of these issues that a lot of people don't really talk about these days, please consider subscribing to my channel. And I hope to see you in the next video. Lots more about minimalism and gratefulness and all kinds of good positive things. And I'll probably have some topics which are not so positive that I really want to talk about. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I really appreciate you watching, and take care, everybody. Have a great day.